Good morning, friends. Welcome back again to this new class. And we learn how the MNCs make connection with other local companies, with other countries, and so on. And we know their main purpose is to make profit. So they are ready to do anything in order to increase their production, in order to increase their profit, and so on. So they make agreement with other countries, with other markets, with other producers, and so on. And today let us see how this foreign trade is taking place with integration of markets. Integration means connection. How one market is connected with another market. That is how foreign trade is taking place. So the things that are produced in India, we make connection with a person in America. He will buy our products and he will sell it in American market. So that way there is connection is there. So you can take page number 59. So for a long time, foreign trade has been the main channel of connecting countries. And in history, you would have read about the trade routes connecting India and South Asia to markets both in East and West, and the extensive trade that took place along these routes. So in the book of history, you must have already studied about different sea routes, how the people came to India for doing trade and so on. And also you will remember that it was trading interests which attracted various trading companies such as East India Company to India. What then is the basic function of foreign trade? So we know those people who came to India, the the French people, the British people, they all came to India because they were attracted by the things that are available in India, the different types of spices, the raw materials, and so. So they came to buy these things and take it to their country and sell it there. That was it was a foreign trade, we can say, a foreign business. They came, buy things from India, take it to their country and sell it with a high price and make profit. So that is how those people they came to India. Afterward they came to occupy India and so on. Then to put it simply, foreign trade creates an opportunity for the producers to reach beyond the domestic markets. So we can say, what is foreign trade? It is creating an opportunity for the producers to reach beyond their domestic markets, that is, markets of their own countries. So, because of this foreign trade, the things that are produced in India, that can be taken to a foreign country. If there is no foreign country, government says no more foreign trade, then all the things that are produced in India will have to sell it in India itself. We will not be able to take it to foreign country. We will not be able to increase our production. So if you are selling only in our own country, then there are not many customers, not many outlets, not many people demanding. So the things, if you produce too much, it will be a waste, nobody will buy. But if the foreign trade is open, then we can produce more things and sell it to different countries, export it to different countries. Then more demand will be there, the manufacturer will get more profit and will be able to increase his production and sell it to different countries. So you can underline that the foreign trade creates an opportunity for the producers to reach beyond the domestic markets, that is, markets of their own country. We can go beyond their own markets in their own countries. Then producers can sell their produce not only in markets located within the country, but can also compete in markets located in other countries of the world. So, if I am a manufacturer, I can produce things here, then I can sell things to other country. Let's say, for example, I am exporting into Japan. I am producing clothes here and exporting to Japan. In Japan also they may be making clothes there. Local people will be making clothes there. So if my clothes are of a higher quality, then I will be having a competition with them. Those are producing in Japan and my clothes. So which one is better quality? If my quality is better, then people will start buying my things, and that Japan manufacturer will be down. His things will not be sold. So he also will try to improve his quality and to bring up to attract the customer. Then I also will increase my quality. So there will be a competition. I am able to have competition with the foreign traders. So that way my things will be always of the best quality. The same way other countries they can. So a lot of foreign things are brought to India and sold here, and we are all buying that foreign things. And so people who are manufacturing in India, the local manufacturers, they are suffering. Nobody is buying from them. All are buying foreign things. So that can happen. So the local producer has to be updating his technology, updating his products, and able to sell good things with a cheap rate. Then more people will buy from him. So that is how the competition is there. So similarly, for the buyers, import of goods produced in another country is one way of expanding the choice of goods beyond what is domestically produced. So when I import things from other country, I am able to provide choice to the customers, a better choice. Suppose we are not bringing any import from other country. Government says no more importing. That means the customers in India will have to be satisfied with the things that are produced in India alone. But if I am able to bring, if the government is allowing me to import from other countries, then I can bring things of better quality so that people will have better choice. They can choose what they want, the things produced in India or things produced in foreign country. Which one they want, they can choose. And if all the people are choosing things from foreign country, then the local manufacturer has to see that thing is better quality. That's why people are buying. So I also will improve my quality. I also will try to produce things of better quality. Then there will be competition. So the competition will be there when we have the foreign trade and integration of the market. So that will help, that will give a better opportunity for the people of that country, consumers, to choose better, which are better quality, which are cheap in price. So according to their condition, according to financial condition, they can choose what to buy. Otherwise only one country or one manufacturer alone producing, or Indian manufacturers alone producing things, and they have no access to foreign market, no access to foreign things, and there will be no integration of the market. But when government is allowing foreign trade, import is possible. We can buy things from foreign country and we can sell, or we can export things from our country to other countries. So countries all over the world, they are integrated, connected together. One can sell the produce of other country and so on. Now let us see an example that we are all aware that in Indian market a lot of Chinese things are there, especially the plastic items. Most of the plastic items that we are using in India, they are coming from China. So let us see the effect of foreign trade through the example of Chinese toys in the Indian market. So the toys that our children are playing, the guns, the water guns, and the other toys like puppets and so on, all these are coming from China. So Chinese toys in India. So Chinese manufacturers learn of an opportunity to export toys to India, where toys are sold at a high price. And they start exporting plastic toys to India. Buyers in India now have the option of choosing between Indian and Chinese toys. Because of the cheaper prices and new designs, Chinese toys become more popular in the Indian markets. Within a year, 70 to 80% of the toy shops have replaced Indian toys with Chinese toys, and toys are now cheaper in the Indian markets than earlier. So China came to know that Indian people are using a lot of toys, plastic toys, and the price is very high. So China realized the toys that are made in China are very cheaper, much cheaper than the toys made in India. So they exported to India a lot of cheap toys. The price is very low. And when the people saw now a new toy has come from China and that price is much lower and better designs looking nice, more colorful, more nice design, and the price is still cheaper. So people stopped buying Indian toys. They all go for buying Chinese toys because that is cheaper, better in quality, and so on. So people who are selling Indian toys, nobody is going to their shop. People who are selling Chinese toys, all are going to their shop. So what did the shopkeeper do? They stopped selling Indian things, Indian toys. All the shopkeepers began to buy Chinese toys and sell in their shops. Because if they sell Indian toys, nobody will buy. It will be a waste of money and waste of time sitting whole day there. Nobody is coming to buy. So they changed. Within the 70 to 80 percentage of the toys in Indian market is replaced with Chinese toys within 1 year. So as soon as the Chinese toys came, within 1 year they were able to capture the Indian market. All the people appreciated their product and they began to buy only Chinese products. So what happened here? As a result of trade, Chinese toys come into Indian markets. In the competition between Indian and Chinese toys have a greater choice. Chinese toys prove better. So there is a competition, there is a toughness between Indian manufacturer and Chinese manufacturer, and there is a tough competition is there. Whose products people will buy, Indian products or Chinese products? And in the end it was proved people prefer to buy Chinese product because of its best quality and because of its cheap price. And so Indian buyers have a greater choice of toys and at lower prices. So the quality is good and the price is low. That's why all the Indian people began to choose for the Chinese toys. For the Chinese toy makers, this provides an opportunity to expand business. The opposite is true for Indian toy makers. They face losses as their toys are selling much less. So when more Chinese toys are bought by the people, what do those company manufacturers benefit? They get more profit. Their things are sold very fast. And so they will make more and more. They'll produce more and send it to Indian market. Then in India, those who are manufacturing toys, what happened to them? Nobody is buying their product and it is just remaining there and they are not able to get profit, and therefore they may even have to close down their factory. So that is what happens. So when there is this competition, one can become better. So they can produce more and more, get more profit, and the other one can be abandoned, other one can be affected, and so that kind of problems are there. So we have to be careful when we do this foreign trade. The government has to take proper steps, otherwise the foreign companies will come and capture all the market and those local manufacturers, they will be suffering. So that should not happen. Then otherwise the local manufacturers, the local business people will be suffering and so on. Now in general, with the opening of trade, goods travel from one market to another. So now the global market is open, the foreign trade is open, and goods can travel from one place to another country. So that means exporting and importing is possible. And choice of goods in the market rises. Prices of similar goods in the two markets tend to become equal, and the producers in the two countries now closely compete against each other, even though they are separated by thousands of miles. So we can export things. For example, the Chinese toys are brought into India and nobody is buying Indian toys. So what the Indian toys have to do? They also have to change their strategy. They also have to make better toys with a more nice design, beautiful design, and they also have to reduce the price, make it the same price as the Chinese toys. Then people will start buying Indian toys. So they have to use different techniques in order to defeat others. Otherwise, one fellow alone will be using lot of technique and people will be attracted by that. Other person will be simply sitting down there, nobody will be buying. He will be closing down his factory soon. So, in order to avoid that, when there is a competition, we must try to do better than the others. When one fellow is making a good thing, another fellow should try to make better things than that. When he is reducing the price, this fellow also should reduce the price. Then there will be tough competition, equality will be there, and the customers will be able to benefit. So they will be able to get good things. If there is no competition, they will not be trying to improve their products. Suppose there is only Indian things are there, then that company will be producing something and the people have to buy that. They have no other choice. If you want, you buy, otherwise don't buy, they will say. But if there is another option is there, some other company is producing better things, then they will say, I don't want to buy yours, I will go and buy from there. Then this fellow will be losing. So he will also try to make better things and reduce the price and so on. That is how the foreign trade can help the people in one way. The common customers can benefit. So though the countries are miles and miles away, for example India and America, there is so much miles of distance is there, but the things that are produced in America are sold in India, and some things are produced in India, it is sold in America and so on. That is the modern improvement in the society, the trade, the countries are connected together, the trade is possible and so on. So foreign trade thus results in connecting the markets or integration of markets in different countries. So you can underline what is the result of the foreign trade. It is resulting in connecting the markets. Two markets are connected together. Market in one country and market in another country, they are connected together. Then or that connection is called integration. Integration of market in different countries are possible. So that is possible only if the government gives permission or if the government is encouraging the foreign trade. If the government is not encouraging the foreign trade, then it is not possible. It will continue to remain. So we need to be, the government has to take proper decision. Government has to encourage the foreign trade and so on. Then only more and more things will come inside and our things can be exported and so on. So let us see that do the workout. Few questions are there. What was the main channel connecting countries in the past? How is it different now? So olden times, how was the connection between one country and another country? He said it is by sea route. People were connected by sea route. That was the only main channel for connecting, and also for trade, that they were traveling through the sea for doing trade. But now there is more and more methods are there, aeroplanes are there, and they do not only for trade but they do for selling things, buying things, and so we can move from one place to another for selling things and buying things. And so earlier it was for buying the raw materials from one country and taking it to another country to produce there, then bring back and sell it. So a lot of process was there. But now the foreign countries are able to come to the place where raw materials are available, produce their itself and sell their itself and in other countries and so on. So now a lot of improvement or change is there in the situation. Then distinguish between foreign trade and foreign investment. What is foreign trade? Foreign trade is selling things what is produced in one country to another country. So I produce things, for example we said China produce toys there and they come and sell it in India. That is foreign trade. But foreign investment is China is coming to India, starting a factory here in India and do lot of investment here, buying land, making buildings, bringing the machines, all that. That is foreign investment. Another country goes to another country, one country goes to another country and start a business there. For that they need to invest a lot of money, spend a lot of money. That is foreign investment. Foreign trade means the things are made in foreign country, then they bring it to another country for selling. They export it to country, that is foreign trade. So I hope you understood the difference between foreign trade and foreign investment. Then in recent years China has been importing steel from India. Explain how the import of steel by China will affect. So, in the recent years, India started importing steel from India. So, China is buying steel from India. So, steel companies in China, how is it going to be affected? Steel company, so they'll have a lot of steel now, they can make a lot of things, they can produce a lot of things. Then steel companies in India, how are they affected? So if lot of steel is exported to China, then there may not be enough steel for India, for the companies to use, so the Indian companies may suffer. Then industries buying steel for production of other industrial goods in China. So industries buying steel for production of other industrial goods in China. So those companies, they will be happy because more steel is available coming from India. They will be able to produce more things and sell it, and those companies will be able to make more profit and so on. Then how will the import of steel from India into Chinese markets lead to integration of markets for steel in the two countries? So if China is buying steel from India, then these markets there will be integration. So China is buying from Indian market and selling it in China. China companies will buy that steel, produce those things, then they will sell it to Indian market again. They will bring it to India for selling their finished product. So there is integration of market. What is from India they buy and sell it in Chinese market. Then Chinese things are brought to India and sold it in Indian market. So there is integration. They sell the things of others and so on. Now let us come to the main point, that what we were discussing so long. What is it? It is the main topic of our lesson. What is it? It is the globalization. So we are coming to the main topic, the globalization. So what is globalization? That is our question. What is globalization? In the past 2-3 decades, that means in the past 20 or 30 years, more and more MNCs have been looking for locations around the world which would be cheap for their production. So we were talking already about MNCs, that they look for a country where the labor is very cheap, the government rules are not very strict and so on. So the last 20 to 30, there are so many multinational corporations are there. They are looking all around the world which country is suitable for starting industry, starting business and so on. Then foreign investment by MNCs in these countries has been rising. So they find a suitable country, then they invest lot of money, they buy a lot of land, they make nice buildings, they make offices, they recruit the people to work there, and they buy all the machineries, the machines, engines, everything they buy. So they invest a lot of money, and they have been rising very rapidly, very fast they are increasing. A large part of the foreign trade is also controlled by MNCs. So this multinational corporation, they have got a very big role to play to control which should be imported, which should be exported and so on. So an MNC that is producing, let us say, car here, then if the government is trying to import car from other countries, then this MNC will try to put pressure on the government, don't give the permission to import car. If another car is coming means, then there will be competition, people will go for buying another car. So if only MNC, this company's car is here means, then all will be forced to buy this car. So they will be deciding, they will be putting pressure on the government to make to not to give permission to others to import car or other things. So they have a lot of power is there. They will try mainly with the government. Otherwise they will tell government, we will stop our business here, we will go to another country. So poor government will be afraid. If this foreign company goes away, they will not invest any more money, people will lose their job, and so they will try to make the company happy, and they will listen to what the companies are telling, and so on. For instance, the car manufacturing plant of Ford Motors in India not only produces cars for the Indian market, it also exports cars to other developing countries and exports car components for its main factories around the world. Likewise, activities of most MNCs involve substantial trade in goods and also in services. So, we saw the example of Ford company that came to start their factory in Tamil Nadu. So we said they sell the car in India, they also sell car or export car in Mexico and in other countries, and they also sell the components, the parts of the car to different countries. So they do a lot of business, and they will not allow others to do the same. They will try to block others so that their company can grow faster, they can get a lot of profit, and so that is their intentions. Then the result of greater foreign investment and greater foreign trade has been greater integration of production and markets across the countries. Globalization is this process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries. We can underline what is given in the bold letters. Globalization is this process of rapid integration or interconnection between the countries. Then MNCs are playing a major role in globalization process. So these MNCs, they have got a very major role in globalization, bringing things to all over the world. More and more goods and services, investments and technology are moving between the countries. So more and more goods and services are moving from one country to another country. The things that are produced, it is exported to different countries, and services are offered. What is service? People who are knowledgeable, people who are skilled. For example, many engineers, Indian engineers, they are working in America and other foreign countries. So service, they are giving service there. Service from India, it is moving to other countries. So many educated people, so many doctors and nurses, Indian from India, they are working in other foreign countries. So they are offering services. Then investments are there. So many foreign companies are coming and investing in India. Indian companies are going and investing in foreign countries. So a lot of investment is moving from one country to another country. The wealth of this country is taken to another country and invest there. So the main purpose is to make profit. Then the technology are also moving. The things that only we know how to make, now many other countries also know how to make. So the technology of making, for example, computer. The people who made computer, that technology is shared with other countries. Now there are so many other countries in the world making computers. So that technology of making computer is shared or moving from one country to another. All this is because of globalization. So whatever I have or my country has is not just meant for myself alone. It is also taken to others. It is also used for others. It is made use for everyone. Then most of the regions of the world are in closer contact with each other than a few decades back. So few decades ago, 20 years ago, we could not think about having so much of cooperation between different countries, sharing our resources, sharing our intelligence, sharing our technology resources, and so on. Now there is more and more cooperation between the countries. And besides the movement of goods, services, investments and technology, there is one more way in which the countries can be connected. This is through the movement of people between countries. So we said the services, the goods, the technology, everything is moving from one place to another. But there is one more thing that is moving, that is people. People move from one country to another. So many people travel around the world, maybe for sightseeing or maybe for working there, maybe for settling there. So people move from one country to another. If you go to foreign country, America, we can see so many Indians are settled there, working there with the family and so on. Then people usually move from one country to another in search of better income, maybe to search for a better job so that in foreign country they get better income, more income. Then maybe for better job. So in India he may be qualified but there is no opportunity for him to work, and so he go to another country to work there. Then maybe for better education. So if you go to American university and so they provide better quality education than Indian university. So they search for better opportunities and go there. Then in the past few decades, however, there has not been much increase in the movement of people between the countries due to various restrictions. But now the countries have realized that foreign people come and occupy our country. They are occupying our job, they are occupying our colleges, and the local people are not getting chance. So the governments have become more conscious about it. They are trying to block it, restrict the coming of foreign nationals. So because for example, if you go to Gulf countries, most of the posts are occupied by the Indians, Indian nurses, Indian doctors, lot are working there. So people of that place, they are not getting opportunity to work as a nurse or doctor. Therefore the government said, hereafter from outside we will take only this many numbers or this many percentage. The rest of the work should be done given to the local people. That way that the movement of the people are restricted by the foreign government these days. But 20 years ago, 30 years ago, all the governments, they were inviting the foreign people, come, stay here, work here, and so on, get education here, and so on. But now the situation is changed. The governments are preferring their own people, trying to bring up their own people so that their own people can get the salary, their own people can become rich, and so on. So we shall wind it up today, and we shall continue again in the next class with the same topic on globalization. What are the other factors that are affecting the globalization or helping the globalization and so on. So thank you for listening, and bye. We'll meet you in the next day.